What's going on, everybody? Past Cosplay here, and it is that time of year, Toronto Comic Con 2020. You ready for 5 tips? You should be. You really should be ready. Alright, number 1. This is the first and major thing about Toronto Comic Con. It was purchased by a company from out of the country, meaning that they have new owners and that it is a little bit different than the previous years. What I mean by that is that they have higher security, I would say. It is a lot more of a hassle for the consumer and more hassle for their security, in my opinion, because you have to have your pass to sign in and sign out of the convention, which is very frustrating because you have to, one, always have your pass visible on you while you're in cosplay, and where the hell am I going to put that? So that's one thing that I find very annoying. If they can make wristbands that could go under your suit that were able to sign in and out, it would be a lot simpler, because then you wouldn't have to, like, 1 second, oh god, okay, here you go. You know, it would just make it a lot easier. Alright, so moving on to number 2, weapons check. Basically, you cannot bring in anything that is metal, wood, or like hard silicone. You could get away with silicone, but like, they may question you. If it's foam, then you're gonna have no issues. Just bring it to the front desk. They should have one at the front entrance on Front Street, as well as one down the second elevator, which I believe is the 600th floor. So just bring your weapons there. Try and bring it like a little bit early, because those lines tend to kind of stack up, especially if they are understaffed at that moment. If you happen to be going on the Thursday, do your weapon checks first, bring them down, get them checked, bring them back to your hotel, and then, you know, you don't have to worry about that for the entire weekend. All right, and that brings me on to tip number 3. The food in the convention is way too expensive. You will get a slice of pizza and a pop for about $7. Bring your own food. If you happen to have a hotel, leave your food in your hotel. Just leave the convention, go to your hotel, and you'll be so much happier. If you happen to be driving down, bring like a cooler and throw your food inside the cooler so that you can just walk to your car and, you know, save $7 per person. Alright, that brings me on to tip number 4, the dealer's room. If you are going to the convention mainly to buy stuff, listen to me very carefully. If you see something at a booth for a certain amount of money, you can bet your ass that it is at another booth for the exact same money, or $5 to $10 less. What you can do is go to cheaper place and say, oh, look, it's cheaper here. And if that guy's just an asshole and you don't want to buy from him, you can go back to the other place, be like, hey, they're selling it for $5, $10 less over there. Would you sell it to me for the same price? You know, most people will just say yes because they want to get rid of their inventory. Some people may say no, and you're like, okay, no worries. You walk around, come back at the end of the day and offer the same price, they're going to say yes. I've done this several times. I wanted one thing specifically. It was a Link Master Sword in the stone, and it was like 25 bucks, and I'm like, 15. No? Okay. End of the day, I come back, 15. They go, yeah, that's fine. Alright, and this brings me on to tip number 5, the final tip. One of the most important tips. If you are a photographer or are going to look at cosplays, ask for consent before taking a photo. Do not stand in the corner and go, oh yeah, that's a good photo. Because they're not looking at you, they're just minding their own business. That is not allowed. However, if somebody is in the main hall and a bunch of people are crowded around them taking photos, that person is understanding that people are taking photos of them and they are okay with that. If at any time they say no more photos, stop taking photos. Don't get the photos of me. You know, you don't want that, they don't want that. It's just don't take it. You know, it's very simple. But that's gonna wrap today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave this video a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys at Toronto Comic Con. My room's a fucking mess.